We're back once again, only on it's After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel. Joining me here on the line, I have this adorable, this sexy, the very beautiful, and everybody wants to shoot her. That's how lovable she is. I mean, they can't. Nobody says a bad thing about this girl. I think she's not nearly perfect. I give you the very popular, very lovable, very adorable. I give you Katie Kush. Katie, let's start off here with AVN. How was it? What's it like? And when you're that big, how like sometimes is it like intimidating where you're looking at the line going, "Holy crap! All these people came to see me and get my autograph and a picture. This is weird. This isn't happening. This is like pitch me. I'm dreaming."
That is very much how I feel. Even hearing you say, like, every time someone says that to me, like, oh, you're big, I'm like, not me. um, Avian was a really good time. It was so busy. I feel like it was a really good turnout. The venue was a new venue for us, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. Hopefully, they'll have us back. Um, but it was hectic. It was so cool seeing everyone. It was fun to see people that I saw in 2019 at the last one again. I hadn't seen them in a really long time, so that was super freaking cool. And then, of course, I love being back and getting everyone in the industry together because you don't get to see everyone all the time either. So that was really, really cool too. Yeah, it was a great time. That was also my first time doing the red carpet, actually, even though I've been there before. And so that was super fun to like do for the first time also.
Yeah, I was gonna say for red carpet, how big is that for you? Because it's a symbol thing. It's like you've arrived. It means you're special. It
Mhm.
means like you're not just a regular porn chick. You're one of the best of the best. So for you, like, how much that was at Cloud Nine, where it's like, okay, this is awesome. I'm pimping here. I'm on my little red dress. I'm looking good. Hey, posing. Hey, strike a pose. I mean, how for you? How much was it like just a little kid at Christmas where you open a present like, this is awesome.
It really much was like that too, because that red dress that I was wearing was made for me from a company called Pathy Unlimited. And so it was literally like form fitting to my body. I was sealed in that dress and I felt really good. I was also beside with one of my best friends, so that was a super fun thing. Actually, a couple of my I was also with Jasmine Love. We walked together. She was like right behind me. So it was a really surreal kind of feeling to finally kind of be able to do it and with the people that I've been in the beginning of this industry with. So it just felt great. And in a dress that was to me, that dress was mind blowing. It turned out so perfect.
So for you, what's next now? Because Avian's done. Uh, how much is this now for you? Like just all right, now you gotta start hustling, you gotta start focusing on because you have a lot of plans, and I know you're a team Skeet and they feature you a lot, but like, what are some of the things you have planned for this year?
Well, this year has already kicked off to a great start. I sadly didn't get to go to XBiz or X3 because I had to leave and go feature dance in North Carolina. So that's kind of the goal for the rest of this year is I want to keep the feature dancing going. It seems to be going really well for me. Um, I really want to start, and that's also what was great about AVN, and is I was able to meet like I just shot with Ricky Greenwood, and that was my first time shooting with him this month. So, and I got to rekindle with him again at AVN, and so that was great. I got to do a lot of the networking, at AVN, and so now I just want to continue on working with people I haven't worked with yet. That's what I really want to do.
I'll go that in a bit, but tell me about the feature dancing. How nervous is that? Where it's live, it's like being in a theater, and you're trying to figure out what to do, how to dance, how to pose. In porn, it's easy. It's like you shoot, cut, take. We're gonna move to this position, this position. It's always, bloopers are edited out, cut. When you're dancing, like how nervous are you? Where it's like, okay, don't trip, don't fall, don't just land on my head. I'll be fine. Don't land on my head. Oh crap! If I fall, I'm gonna make it split my pants. Next thing you know, everybody's gonna see the hoo ha even before I try to show that.
I know, right? Actually, it's a conversation I have with a lot of people. I've had it. The one of the people that was helping me, because when I'm there, I'm always kind of like designated to one person who helps me out. And I was about to go on stage, and I was like, I am so nervous. I don't know about this. And he goes, "Girl, you do porn for a living. You can do anything." And I was like, I didn't even think about it like that. You're right, but it is just like you just said, it is live, it is so different, it is in front of people. You know, on set, I'm wearing those pleaser heels and I get to take them off. I don't really have to walk around in them. But on the stage, I'm wearing them and dancing in them. It's a whole different kind of ball game. Um, it's definitely gotten easier the more I've done it. My ankles are getting stronger, so that's great. I'm getting a little bit better at my pull tricks, so that's also super awesome. So I'm just getting a little bit more confident with it, but let me tell you, I'm like this going on that stage every single time.
So how do you get over it? And who's helping you in terms of like giving you pointers, letting you know what to do? Like, are there any adult performers or feature dancers that you called and went like, okay, what do I do? How do you do it? How do you not get nervous?
I've had well the reason I got into it was a huge shout out to Kenneth James. She actually I went down with her to San Diego Expose Club and she let me kind of see how it works because that's where she goes a lot and that's one of her favorite clubs. So I got to kind of see what it was like and she told me, you know, her little tips. And then she's the reason I now know, you know, the person who helps me get the gigs. She's the reason I know Dino at Expose. So huge shout out to her. And then also Kendra Luss gave me really good tips. The last time she was down in Vegas and we hung out, I was kind of catching her up on my life. And she was like, oh, I used to, you know, when I do it or when I used to do it, this is kind of the things I would do. So those are two of the biggest who have helped me. I won't lie, the way I calm my nerves is drinking. So I'm definitely having a few drinks when I'm there. But other than that, I just the people who are helping me in the club is kind of their like security or whatever. So I just kind of talk to them and try and get to know the girls there and relax a little bit and just talk about how I'm nervous and shake it out and then go up there and wing it. And I wing it every single time.
So all this is going on, as I mentioned, you're doing the feature dancing, you're collaborating with people here. How much work does that entail? Because everybody thinks it's easy what you do. Oh, she just goes on set, has sex, and she leaves after an hour. It's easy. It's like, no, 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 no. You're working on your feature dance gigs. You're networking. You're on your phone. You're editing your own clips because you have many vids and OnlyFans. Like for you, how much time do you literally spend like just working on like daily stuff to the point where it's like, okay, you wake up at 8, you go to bed at 8, and it's like, God damn it, I'm just exhausted. I need a
I
power nap for at
feel
least 2 days.
100%. I feel like that's kind of what I've been doing. This month has been hectic. I feel like me explaining this month will just explain my work schedule. And this isn't even including my own editing, my own doing my own videos. I'm trying to piece in my own little part of being able to do content and videos and editing whenever I get the chance because I've been in LA already twice this month and I have to go again next week. And I drive. I've also been to North Carolina. That was right after AVN. And I was doing AVN. So I've been busy almost every weekend, every week, 3 times a week, driving to a different state, flying to a different state, coming back, and also working in Vegas. So it's kind of hectic. It's a really hectic life. I'm not lying. It feels sometimes like I'm living out of a bag. I'm lucky I have so many suitcases because I can fill one, leave it, come back, fill another if I have to, take care of the other, you know, constantly rotating suitcases. But I won't trade it for the world, you know? I love it.
I'm watching some of your clips. Do a beautiful job. You're a
Thank
very
you so much.
submissive. No, my pleasure. One of the things I noticed was you're very submissive. I mean, whether it's with Phoenix Marie, whether it's with Kink.com, whether it's with other males, uh, why is that? And is there ever been thoughts of you becoming more of the aggressor, more dominant?
I do have also things out there of me being dominant also. I've worked with Femdom Empire a couple of times, quite a handful of times. Um, and I've worked with like if you know who Brother Love is with ball busting and stuff, he got me into that type of stuff. So I would consider myself a switch. Yes, a lot of the things out there are me being submissive because I can play it off very well. Um, I'm just a brat, and everyone knows that, and they know how to kind of handle it. Phoenix Marie, I'm also the type of person when someone does me, just like Phoenix Marie is a prime example, there's no changing back. There's no way I can dom her, and I am bratty with her to the point, and you can see it in our clips together, where like in one clip she threw an electric prod that she was teasing me with at me, and she said, okay, you can do it back if you want, because I started calling her a bitch, and I picked it up and I went to go like hit her with it, and I looked at her and I was like, that's a bad mistake. So I put it down and I was like, just kidding. There's no changing that. She will dom me forever.
So, how does somebody work with you? Because a lot of people want to work, do content scenes with you. A lot of people want to collaborate with you. What do you look for? Is it a personality? Is it a look? I mean, give me something that you look at and go, all right, I want to work with this person. I want to work with this person. I'll give this person a chance. Like, how? What is it that you're looking for?
A lot of the people that I've worked with are typically people I've worked with before. If I'm working with them, a lot of times it's just set up by my agent. Um, Sometimes it's in my call sheet. Sometimes I'm just such a like, I'll meet someone for the first time and work with them. And I honestly really don't have anyone on my no list because you know how people sometimes have no list. I'm just down to do my work and have a great day and get that check, you know, and have fun while doing it. And typically, a lot of people I've been very lucky are a lot of fun. Um, I've worked with like Tro Francisco, I hadn't worked with before in the industry, but the people I went to the content with, like her name was Kate Carter. I just, you know, I trust the people that have worked with them before, and so I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's do it and show up. But yeah, typically I've worked with them before if I'm doing content with them.
So, what kind of content do you want to shoot? And how tough is it sometimes when the fans have a different idea? Like, what do you like compared to what the fans like?
That's a great question. um, I feel like, well, a lot of the things that I like are, you know, kind of the rougher scenes. And I am lucky. I feel like I've done quite a handful of them. And a lot of time when I'm doing content though, I try to cater to what I know my fans like. But I am lucky because they like what I like because they come from, you know, my Twitter. I've gotten some interesting ones, which I will never shame. But like prime example is the where you get like hypnotized and you act like an animal. That's not particularly my favorite, but I've done it. So yeah.
Toughest part about content is you're still gonna do the testing. You gotta do the editing. You
Hmm.
gotta do the camera work. You gotta get, you know, edit. You know, you gotta, basically make sure everything is all set with the location. Like, how tough is that sometimes doing all of that when that costs money and you're not getting money up front? It's coming later on. So for you, like, how tough is it sometimes, like figuring out who to shoot, when to shoot, when you're looking, going, okay, I still got to pay the rent. I got to pay for my flights. I got to pay for, my travel. Hey, I got a car payment. I got insurance for my house. Like, how tough is it sometimes, like figuring out when to shoot, when not to shoot, and how to go about getting it done?
I've been lucky also with some of my friends. I'm a very lucky person in this industry. I met very, very lovely people that are we're able to give kind of back and forth. And so some of the shoots that I've done have been like gifted to me, basically. I've helped a friend before and they were like, okay, I owe you. And then I'll just hit them up and be like, you down to shoot something for me since you know. So I've been very lucky in that manner. I've been very lucky also to be friends with a lot of POV shooters, so that makes that easy because then you have your own phone and you know you don't really have to pay anyone and you have your own location. So I've done a lot of stuff at my own place. Um, so there's kind of ways to like go around it, but every now and then, yeah, there are times where I do kind of get down on myself because I look at, you know, the long wait it takes to make the money back sometimes, and I'm like gritting my teeth. But I just try to remind myself And actually, someone I was talking to gave me a good example. I'm not selling a steak. I can just resell it and resell it and resell it. It's not just selling once. And so I just try to remind myself that over and over again. And
I know
budgeting.
I've talked. It's a little bit aside off of an off sort of topic, but for you, and I've talked with you, I've had the pleasure of talking to you on Twitter. How tough is it keeping your emotions sort of in check when you got to deal with Twitter and you got to deal with Instagram, you got to deal with Facebook. You have to literally, sometimes deal with people who make snide comments, people from the industry who like to vent sometimes the laundry and attack you. Rare, but how tough is it like having to deal with this in a public manner when most people they hate dealing with it in a private manner, let alone public?
Yeah. Yeah, very challenging. Sometimes if I'm very quiet on social media, it's typically because I need a minute from it or it's bothering me. Um, and I try to always remind myself, I'm very lucky that I have how many times have I said that? I have people around me that I can vent to also. And sometimes they'll pull me out of my, spiral, so to speak, because that's kind of what I feel like each thing a lot of people can fall into with social media is spiraling in your own thoughts and not alone your own, but other people's ideas and opinions that they feel they need to put in there. And so venting to your friends or family around you, my sister and I talk on the phone a lot. They kind of pull me out of that circle sometimes, and they'll be like, well, you know, we'll try to make a joke out of it if they can, or remind me that, it doesn't matter what one person says, to forget what those mean people have to say. Just delete it, let it go do something for yourself. So try to do something for myself, take a bath, relax. Yeah.
How tough is it having friends, especially in your position where you're Katie Kush? You're somebody everybody knows. You're this very popular adult performer. People want to get to your pants. People want to get into your pocketbook. People want to get into your the parties, not in that order. So, how tough is it for somebody to earn your trust? How tough is it for somebody to show that like you really are like a good friend?
Um, it took my friend group and I a few months. We're really, really close now, but we've known each other for 4 years. We've probably been the most close the last two, 2 years. Um, so I think it does take a while, but I'm also a very open person. I kind of can make conversation with a lot of people. Um, I can be a very trusting person, but at the same time, I just kind of keep myself at a distance with a lot of people. Um, and not only that, I think I found my friend group, and it's hard for me to kind of branch out sometimes because if I'm not working, I already have my friend group. And then after that, I'm trying to see the other people that I can here and there, like my friends from Horny Hiking when they come into town. I only get a couple of days to try and go spend some time with them. So I feel like as long as I can read that you're a genuine person, it's really not that hard. Um, just don't be shady. And I feel like I read people kind of good, so it's easy for me to stay away from that.
So, what's on the bucket list for 2023 besides what you have scheduled? Like, give me something you want to do that you haven't done yet. And you're going, I really want to try this. I have this idea. It can even be outside the point. Like, give me something you really want to do that you haven't done yet.
I really, really, well, I travel all the time, but I do want to go more traveling this year. Um, Keep my tan up and get out there, but also even in the industry world, kind of try other things that people have been asking me to try, like double things, if that takes you down any ideas. Um, and that is something I do have coming up. I feel like I could talk about it, but something I haven't done yet is a very big multiple people in a room thing, and that's coming up soon. So I'm very excited about that. Um, but yeah, I think my goal is just to be, keep climbing this ladder in this industry that I feel like this last year I've been climbing, and just travel a lot more. Traveling keeps me, I feel like, from burning out. Traveling to new places keeps me from, just going crazy, and keeps me like down to earth and ready to keep going in this industry.
So last question before I let you go. I guess for you, what's been like the biggest challenge in terms of your career? Is it mental? Is it physical? Like, give me something you look at and go, this is tough for me to do in this industry. And I don't know why, but it's just tough.
Mm, I feel like I'm not gonna lie, like that's a really good. You have great questions, by the way. Um, I feel like in this industry, it's definitely keeping a mental headspace and not letting certain things get to you is for sure hard. And I've had my moments of breakdowns, and very grateful to the people I can vent to. My mom's a big one that she'll be like, girl, you may feel this way, but you just remember you have to keep pushing forward. If it's something you want, just keep a strong head and keep going. So I won't lie, it is a strong, tough industry to be in. And it is physically on the body, especially because we've all seen it, throw my legs around and do the splits. And I like to do that without stretching. So I've kind of found a great deep massage therapist to help me with that and fix my body a little bit. But other than that, I've had a great time in this industry, and I feel like I have been, once again, I'm going to say very lucky with the way I've started and the way it's been going. And I just hope it continues to go that way.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are proud to have on the show. I give you the sexy, the gorgeous, and the very just lovable. I give you it's Katie Kush. And Katie, before I let you go, so I almost forgot. When's the website coming out? Because I know that's a big thing coming out and you've been working on. When is KatieKush.com or Katie Kush Triple X coming out?
I do already have my site right now is Kush. I do already have a merch site, and then kushstrips.org. Um, so go ahead and check out my merch site, which is kushstrips.com. That's probably the biggest thing that I have going right now. Um, thank you guys so much for having me. It was such a pleasure. You guys are awesome.
Oh, the pleasure all ours. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I give you is Katie Kush. Check her out. She's all over the place. Many vids, OnlyFans, website, feature dancing, Twitter, Instagram. We come back. We got a lot more going on here. Only on it's After Hours. Only on the After Hours YouTube channel.